X was grimy street.
Right.
J was flossy, flashy.
Right.
For me, you know, I wanted to fit in where, you know, what I felt that I could talk about very comfortably. You know what I'm saying? and at a high level. And for me, that was relationships, women. You know, something I know a little bit about. You know what I mean? I was always, you know, the fly little nigga in school. You know what I'm saying? And one of the cool kids. You know, been with my wife a long time. You know, so for me, it was easy when I heard them melodies, them beats. You know, the music changed.
Right.
You know,
you changed it.
Yeah, it was different. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was about what I was going through at that moment in life and time. You know, I was out in LA, and you know, things were different. I wasn't in the hood anymore. I wasn't struggling as much per se.
Yeah.
You know, I was getting high and doing ecstasy.
I was gonna say, how crazy was the ecstasy use?
Yeah,
Did it ever get out of control?
Yeah, I use a lot of ecstasy every day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was. For me, it was used as a creative tool too. Like I get in a whole different world when I'm on this shit and high and smoking weed, you know. But I had to learn that wasn't it either. That wasn't what was driving, you know, the music.
Right.
You know, sometimes you get stuck in them ruts and you feel like I can't do it without that.
I need that to get going.
I need that to get going. You know, and I had to bring myself out of that too. You know what I'm saying? I had to prove to myself that it's not that. You know what I'm saying? I had to do it without that too.
But for Rule 336 and Pain is Love,
it was that. Well, some of Pain is Love. Not really. Pain is Love, I was getting high, but not as Rule 336. I was getting high. Yeah, I was out of my mind.
To the point that you don't remember certain things.
I don't remember shit.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? That was a blur. I remember, we was having fun and shit. I remember the fun we was having, but
so John didn't do nothing. You don't remember?
It was a blur. It was a blur, yo. It was a blur, man.
But you're credited as being like the first rapper to write full-fledged R&B songs for like Mariah, J-Lo. Like, what's the process like when you're doing that for R&B artists versus being a rapper? Like, is it the same or?
Nah, you gotta kind of get into their headspace. You know, the artist that you're working with. You know, understand their vibe. So what I would do is and I tell them all this, you know, they used to say, you know, call me like, Ja, you know, give us some records. Let me come through and listen to some of the records and see what you got. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's not how I work. You know what I'm saying? I said, I make my shit tailored to who I'm working with. You know what I mean? Right. So if you want a record, okay, you want a record? Let me know the vibe and whatever you want the record, and let me vibe for a little bit. So what I would do is I'd take their album and I'd listen to it. Just to listen to their vocal ranges and shit like that, you know, to see, you know, where I can go with them, you know what I mean, if they could do whatever. But my whole thing was, it wasn't so much about the vocal range, because, you know, I would just listen to that to see if they could pull off whatever I'm doing. Right. You know what I mean? Whatever I'm going to do for them, they could pull off vocally, you know, if I should make it simpler or whatever. But that didn't really matter to me. The real thing that mattered was to get into their headspace, you know, to make a record that made them feel like he's talking to me. He knows me, you know. And I captured that with Mariah and the record I did with her.
Like Mary J. Blige, Rainy Days.
Rainy Days. Now, see, Rainy Days is a different story. Now, I'm going to tell you the story behind Rainy Days, because I actually wrote that record for TLC.
Wow.
So, right. So I wrote that record for TLC, and I was on the phone with Tion, with T-Bars, and I'm singing to the hook, and I'm in L.A. Reed's office, and I'm singing to the hook, and she's like, "Oh, the record is dope. It sounds dope." So I'm thinking, okay, great. You know what I mean? I'm sending this off to y'all, and
cut the check.
Yeah, and you guys got a good record. It's all good, go great. In walks Mary.
Oh wow.
She hears the beat and the thing. What's going on? She's listening to the reference, because I used to reference all my records. You know what I'm saying? So she's listening to the reference, and she's like, "What is that?" And LA's like, "Yeah, you know, John just did that. He just wrote that for TLC. They love the record." And Mary took the shit.
Wow.
And she took it, went and recorded it, and brought it back, and it was like
her record.
That's it. Wow. Once Mary put her touch on it, it was like, okay, I guess that's your record now. Wow. But yeah, but you know, that taught me something too. you know, about writing a record and really having it tailor made and thinking it's tailor made for this person, you know.
Because you like what she did with it.
She bodied it,
right.
you know, and I didn't hear that side of it. You know, she took it and did what she did to it. I didn't know all the words were the same, but she put she's married.
Right,
married.
yeah.
I just didn't, you know, I'm hearing, you know, T-Boz's voice over it when I'm writing it. I'm hearing Left Eye rhyming in the parts where I'm rhyming, you know, so it was that for me. That's what I visioned, that's what I seen, that's what I was hearing. And then for her to do it and, you know, do it the way she did it, it made me realize that, you know, sometimes it doesn't always have to be like that.
Well, how do you start to become like a hit maker? Like you said with Holla Holla was just kind of a natural thing. You wasn't about this, I got to make a hit. And you naturally like rock to the beat and found something unique.
For me, it's never about that. It's just about, you know, vibing to the music and making good music. Good music is good music, and it's timeless. You know what I'm saying? Hit records they're not always timeless. That doesn't always make them timeless.
So you felt when you was making like Always on Time, those type of records, you felt they were more timeless. Like that's what you was going for?
If you notice, if you ever listen to my records and my lyrics, I don't rhyme about shit that could date my records really.
That's true.
Ah, okay. I'm playing Xbox and
I don't talk about, I don't really put years into my shit and shit like that because for me, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? That these records that I'm making them to be timeless. I don't want them to have a date on them. I don't want them to be dated. I want people to be able to pick up a Ja Rule record anytime in their life and be like, that shit's kind of still hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in this day and age, it's still kind of hot, you know, so... You know, that's just, you know, me being an artist. And
I
shit.
think at that time, your records were so big that I hated you. I think that's where most of the backlash was. It was because it's like, you turned on the radio.
At least you're fucking honest. He's like, I just hated you. Like, I think it no more.
Because for like the last two, like I always say everyone has a year. I would give you had like a 2-year hot run. Like every time you turned on the radio.
It may have been 3. It may have been 3.
Tell him, Ja.
99, 2000, 2001. It may have been 4.
02.
02. Yo, it was still. I was still smashing them in 02.
Wait a second.
What's the year Nas didn't show up to Summer Jam? Was that 02 or 01?
That was
02.
Yeah, and I feel
you closed out. You guys closed out.
I closed.
Wait a second.
And I remember that's when the backlash. I felt the backlash first time. I felt like everybody knows all these records. Yeah. But they're like, these guys are just too much because they would sing the hooks
them so
and
bad.
it was killing them so bad.
Listen, it happens to everybody.
Because 97
everybody gets that hot. It happens.
No, I know.
98 is X. 99 is.
I came in 99, but it was still J. You know what I'm saying? That was my first album. 2000 is when Well, but you know, but
unless you go Nelly or something like.
No, but what I'm saying is what I'm saying is. Holla Holla. Well, yeah, Holla Holla was a big record for me. For that was 99. You know what I'm saying? That was into 98 going into 99.
Yeah.
And that wasn't like the end of 99. And then 2000.
Rule 336. 3 times platinum.
Yeah. Then
Pain is Love 2001. 3 times platinum.
And then
Last Temptation. Platinum.
Yeah.
But the record.
So that was 2002 when it started to. You know, so
I remember that you was like, and you guys were like, you knew Nas wasn't coming. You said something on stage like, you know, I hope you motherfuckers have a good time. Like you just walked on the stage like.
I knew Nas was, but that was crazy too. You know what I'm saying? That was a whole crazy situation too. It just shows you how the powers that be, how things work. So now when you go ahead and you want to reflect on my beef, understand how things work.
Right.
They wouldn't let Nas do what he wanted to do on that screen for Jay. That's why Nas stormed out and had a fit and was acting crazy because
and you got the headline.
Because Hot Night, what was it? Hot 97? I don't know what station it was. I think
or something.
It was one of them. I don't remember what station it was, but they wouldn't let him do what the fuck he wanted to do on the Summer Jam screen.
Right.
Because he was going to do some crazy shit on Jay, and it was like, nah, we're not going to condone that. Huh? But you let every other motherfucker come here and do it?
Yeah.
You gotta understand something, man. Sometimes in beefs, it's bigger than the two artists.
Yeah, it's
going
politics.
at it. It's politics.
Sometimes it's magazines.
You know, it's a lot. It's a lot that's involved. You know what I'm saying?
But you ended up kind of getting involved. What did you think when Irv wanted to bring Nas to Murder Inc. when that was going on?
You know, that was a good situation. It could have been a good situation. You know, I don't know how it all unfolded. It unfolded, you know, Look, I really don't know how to all afford it, but it could have been a great situation.
Irv did Super Ugly, and the next thing you know, he was trying to bring in typical Irv fashion.
It could have been a great situation. Is all I'm saying.
No, but was you willing? Like you see a lot of times with artists, like 50 went through that with Game. Like a lot of times the big guy doesn't want to share the stage. Have another star on the label. Like here, you have a guy where you may be the hottest guy right now. This guy's revered on the label.
I didn't give a fuck because you know what I'm saying. I was listen. Nobody was hotter than me. I didn't give a fuck who came to the label. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It
didn't matter. No, Nas, for me, it was adding to what we were doing because you're not going to take away from what I'm doing. I'm already me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you coming here and I'm trying to still be, you know,
and you already competed with X and J.
I'm here. I'm here already. I'm already here. I've already arrived. So bringing Nas to the situation was like, yo, this is gonna be dope. Like, and Nas was at my crib and we kicking it. And I'm like, yo, Nas, we about to kill it, baby. I'm like, yo, we gonna get matching Ferraris. We gonna run around crazy on these streets right now. I embraced it, man.
Belly too.
Yo, I embraced it, man. I was like, we about to crush. We're gonna have a good time doing it too. Yeah. And it just didn't happen.
But you were a hot guy. But like you said on the Breakfast Club, your ego, not necessarily your ego, but you know, at the time you were just really popping. You know, you turned down the movie Fast and Furious. You explained because you were hot,
but not because I was hot. Because I was, you know, it was busy. It was busy. It was busy, and you know, you don't. It's kind of hard to turn down $12, $14 million to go take $500,000.
So how do you explain?
It's kind of hard to do.
Turning down Training Day, Ja.
I didn't turn down Training Day.
Yeah, you did.
I did not.
The Double XL magazine, 2001. They said they offered you the role.
What role?
Speaking part with Denzel Washington.
What role?
I wasn't that wrong.
Listen, it's on the record.
Which role is this? I wasn't getting the Denzel role.
He said it or we said it?
It was a cover story, Double XL.
It must have been a small role.
Okay. And they said he had speaking lines and everything, and you was like, you know what, I ain't doing it.
Yo, it must have been a small role, man. Let's think of what role in Training Day could have been mine. Because it wasn't. You know what? It might have been Snoop's role.
So you could have had Snoop's role.
It might have been Snoop's role.
That was a pretty good role.
It was cool. It was cool. Listen, let me tell you something about who I am. You know what I'm saying? I want to do great things.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes I make bad decisions based on that. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Yeah. And I'm not saying I've done the greatest movies in the world, but if you notice the movies that I do, I'm basically the lead. You know what I'm saying? So for me,
you want the ball. You want that position.
I want the ball, yo. Yeah. I want the rock. I want to take the shot. You know what I'm saying? And and
if
me,
I miss or whatever,
if I missed, I could sleep well at night. I did that. You know what I'm saying? But now here's the thing I'm saying. See, for me, doing those films where I play the lead, but it may not be as a big a film or whatever, shows Hollywood that I can carry that load.
Right.
You understand? It's not easy for everybody to carry that load. You get a script this thick, and 90% of the dialogue is yours. Motherfuckers is like, yeah, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm not sure about this acting thing. You know, I thought I was gonna do, you know, give me a gun, run around, shoot up some shit, you know that. Yeah, so
I'm in school now. I got to study.
Yeah, I got to study all of this and all this. So I took on those roles that may not have been the greatest roles, but I took some of those roles on because I wanted to let Hollywood know I can carry this workload.
Okay. And learn
you know
the craft.
What I'm saying? I'm gonna learn my craft. I'm gonna get my weight up, and I can handle that workload. So now, if ever I'm in the position where I'm just the hottest motherfucker, and y'all want to take a shot shot on me, you know I can handle the workload.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that for me is important. So you know, so now it's like, you know, I'm being offered roles and stuff to do, and real talk, they'll go look at I'm in love with a church girl and say Ja can do this with his eyes closed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No problem. Get Ja to do it. So for me that was important, you know, than doing little roles and whatever. You know.
You got something next year too, right?
Yeah, I start shooting my new film in January, but I did a cameo, a small scene and play a small role in a new film coming this this December. It's December 18th. It's called Sisters, and I called it the wrong name of it. They changed the name of it. It's called Sisters with Amy Poehler and Tina Fey.
But that was an acceptable small role in this sense. Tina Fey.
Yeah, it's Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, man.
Can't go wrong with
Yeah, you can't go wrong with them.
And you also worked with Steve Madden on the shoes.
My shoe line.
How did that come about? Y'all were just friends?
No,
or?
we met through Irv, and Irv kind of, put the bridge together for that, and me and Steve kicked it and hit it off, and Steve's a stand-up dude, man. He could have did a shoe line with all types of people,
right.
This, that guy, there's other guys out there that's hot, but Steve, he wanted to do it with me because he knew I would champion that.
Right.
I would take on that responsibility and not just put my name on something and say, "Oh yeah, go ahead and take a check." You know what I'm saying? So he was happy that I actually came aboard and was very into making the shoe.
Oh, you're hands on with it.
I was very hands on.
Okay.
With it, yeah. So he was happy about that. We made some good shoes, man. So maybe we keep going and make some more stuff later on in the future.
Is Irv Jeffrey a rap?
We sold that to Samsung so long ago.
Wow,
man.
the Samsung.
Yeah, we so
y'all had that on the XXL cover. With
that was out there. I still love the name. I still love the logo. I created the logo. I created the name. I still love it, man. But it just didn't work. Everything you do is not going to be a home run,
right?
And that's just what it is. But you can't be scared to fail in this business. You got to go after what you want and pray and hope that it's a success.
Right. What do you think of Irv? Irv's been doing them complex things, and I know he's been silenced now. No filter, Irv.
Yeah.
First of all, how do you put up with that? How do you put up the fact that I guess you just accept it, right? Because that's your brother.
I love him. That's my brother. Irv wouldn't be Irv.
Yeah.
So. Of course, I called him. Was like, "Yo, what the fuck, man?" Like, you know what I'm saying?
What he was saying was that at the height of the beef with 50, he should have did an album. He should have been an artist.
I 86 that.
But that was a real thing. You decided
he wanted to. Yeah, he wanted to make an album. I was like, "Gotti, don't do that."
Yeah, it was on the intro to the Murderers compilation.
We did. I've done songs with
right.
Gotti.
Can Gotti rap a little bit?
He can flow. I mean, if you give him what the words, he doesn't. He's not going to write it.
Yeah,
he's not a rapper. You know what I mean? But if you give it to him, he could deliver it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we've done some stuff. So I've done a couple of records and Gotti's been on it. But at the time, I was like, this is not a good idea, my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is not like, no.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
And was you concerned with the Fed case at the time? Like, I mean, look at this only kind of rap beef that it wasn't just the music. It was like these real life ramifications. Like, that was the thing when I did the XXL cover. I was like, yo, their labels been to FBI. It's like, this has to be documented. Like, we have to do this story. Like, you got to cover both sides. Like,
no label's ever been raided by the feds and officers.
Yeah.
And so it was a new situation for everybody to deal with. When you got the federal, government telling you, listen, Def Jam, you got these guys over here. Are you vouching for these guys? Mm-hmm. We say they're dirty. What do you say? We say we're gonna get them off the label right now. So that that's what it became for us. You know what I'm saying? And how do you take a label and an artist that was so successful and just drop them like that?
Right.
The federal government.
It's unprecedented. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Federal government.
But Irv and Chris were really on trial. You weren't on trial. Like, what was that like seeing your brothers go through that? Like,
it was crazy, man. I was scared for them, man. I thought they was doomed. You got a conviction rate, but there was nothing there.
Yeah.
So when I look back at it, I'm like, we were all nervous because we know how the feds operate and how strong they are in indicting and hammering them cases through.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when I'm looking at them, like, they were not guilty though. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? The money that they were talking about, we gave the Preem and this, that, and all that. It was all, I don't know where they came with all of that. You know what I mean? It was well documented where the money came from and this, that, and the third. So it's just like, it was, I don't even know why they would take something like that to try.
I guess because the name of the label too. They say Lior had battles with her, telling him to change the name, and
they went through, because for us it didn't mean that.
Right.
It was creative. We Murder Inc. We murdering the business, the industry. And now everybody's, looking at us and taking shots at us and saying we should change the name and we should do this and that and the third. And we're like, nah, fuck that.
Right.
Why should we do that? But
The
powers that be won, obviously.
The ink.
Yeah, we became the ink. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it don't got the same ring to it, Gotti. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? But those are times that we'll never forget, in our lives. And like I said, it all comes full circle. So, that was the time in our lives where, it was used against us as a weapon, so to speak, and they helped take down the juggernaut, to help take us down, and they was all a part of that and everything. But it all comes full circle, because now we able to tell our story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we got the Murder Inc., TV show that we're doing, with Paramount. So,
that's going to be a series, right? Too.
It's going to be a TV series. Yeah. And then you'll get to see everything being told the way it's supposed to be told, and you guys will understand a lot more.
I was gonna say, what do you think is the biggest misconception that people may not know about the whole building of that movement?
There's a lot. There's so many. There's so many things that people just don't understand.
Yeah.
I seen a good thing on the internet the other day, and they were talking about me and the beef and this is that and just the behind the scenes shit that people didn't understand and don't see.
Yeah. Connecting those dots.
Connecting the dots and because everybody's saying, 50 ended job. Well, yeah, you could say that if you really don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a really, really big artist at that time. It takes a little more than, a nigga to come out and just start rapping. You know what I'm saying? To do all that was done to us. You know what I mean? And with the show, you'll get a little insight and get to see how everything unfolded.
So you can get Black Child and Cadillac tie some checks, man.
Listen, nobody's playing themselves in the show.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? We're getting actors to do everything. So, everybody gonna get some money off of it.
I'm gonna call this guy's phone. Watch this guy's phone.
I don't know how this works.
Jack, watch this guy's phone, man.
What's wrong? Come on, Elliot.
Turn your phone on, man.
My phone is on.
Watch this.
Oh, he's gonna call me for my ringtone on my phone.
You still got ringtone?
Absolutely. I didn't have
It's not even going through.
Oh, fuck it. As I have I have Pop City Anthem.
He has Pop City Anthem.
I didn't have a two-way back in the day.
You gotta have an older record if you got a ringtone.
But that was
you can't have a new record with a ringtone.
No, but at the time, that's the way. I didn't have a two-way. I wanted one, so I was like, fuck it.
He really is from Jamaica Queen.
Yeah, that was the shit that them two ways, man. That that's where we got the sound from. Yeah, that's where we got the noise from.
So what do you think the place now? I mean, I see you talking about you still keep up to date with stuff like you up on J. Cole, Bryson Tiller. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, what do you think is about the new energy in the game right now, and where would you fit? Because I know you're working on another album. Like, what do you think you and Irv? What's your maneuvers to try to get back and sort of like carve your lane in this?
Thanks,
Yo, just good. That's dope. Yeah, just good music.
Like that.
Just good music.
Yeah.
There's no secret to it. There's no. You can't wave a magic wand and make shit happen. It's just, if you make that shit and it's good, people will gravitate toward it. People will say, I like that record. Yeah. And that's all you can hope for in this business. You could think about the ways of pushing it through. All right, I get it to radio, I need to get it to the DJs, and all that shit. But it really, in reality, none of that shit makes a difference anymore.
No, because you made a comeback like during the height of the beef when you made Clapback in New York. I remember you being on radio.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Everyone was on your dick at that time. I remember that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, John's back.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, people are going to feel about it how they feel about it. Right. For me, it's not, it's not important in my life anymore.
Right.
At the time it was everything, that was going on. But now it's not. It's it's old news, and people have heard me talk about it a million times.
Yeah.
And,
well, we touched on it less in this one.
I mean, there's nothing else to really say.
No,
you know what I'm saying about it. But
what about
catch the Murder Inc. series, and that's it.
What about the New York record itself, though? Like, that's just a dope record. Like, what was the mentality at that time? Just everybody to get together.
Let's get on this record and make a dope record for New York.
Yeah.
That's it. Let's stand up for New York one time. it was fun. You know,
Are you tough on
wonder.
the state of New York hip hop? Because he gets on that sometimes. Like the state of New York hip hop's
Well,
not what it used to be. Like, what's your take on that? Like the sound and things.
You know, I wouldn't just say New York hip hop. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's music. When I came out, I didn't get supported by New York. You know what I'm saying?
That kind of did.
Nah.
Holla was popping here in New York.
I broke on the West Coast.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Fun
And
fact.
then our, New York stations was like, yo, Leo was like, yo, how is it that a New York rapper is killing it on the West Coast right now and he's not getting no love in his own backyard? And it's true, though.
Right.
Same thing, with magazine covers and shit like that, Leo started calling like, how is it he has the biggest records in the country right now and he's not on your cover? You're dropping the ball. Hang up the phone. That's it. Next thing you know, I'm on the cover.
Give him a sledgehammer and we have a rap.
I'm on the cover. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got that call. You got that call. You and a few others. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is this possible?
Sledgehammer.
But for me that's why I love what I do, because it didn't come to me like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't handed to me.
So that would be inspiration to the new generation of New York artists. It may not even break here first. You could go outside
you can
of
go
it.
outside and break. I mean, for the new generation, it's different. You can break your shit on the internet and be doing concerts and shows with nobody involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need no label, I don't need no radio, I don't need nobody. I don't need any. And I like that. I like that the artists can be independent and go out and do whatever the fuck they want and make the kind of music they want and, have a voice and do whatever they want, man. Just be creative and be free. For me, that's dope, because I had to fight for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Def Jam, they wanted me to do something else. They wanted me to turn me into somebody else. And I was like, nah, I'm me. I want to be who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So artists don't have to fight for that no more.
Yeah.
When they have a label that's footing the bill and they're like, we're going to need you to do this. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight that.
Right.
And some artists don't.
Yeah.
And they forever regret it because they get lost. Now they don't know who they are anymore. You understand? It's hard for them to look in the mirror and shit. They're like, who the fuck? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? I thought I was this person and you got me doing this kind of music. What the fuck happened to me? And that's tough on artists.
Yeah. Do you give a lot of advice out now? Do you feel like you're an OG Ja Rule now, and you give people insight on stuff?
Cats look at me as an OG, and I guess I am now an elder statesman in the game. I was laughing with Russell about that a couple of nights ago. We was chilling. I said, listen, Russ, I'm almost 40. You're old as shit. You know what I'm saying? You're old as dirt, Uncle Rush. You know what I'm saying? I call you Uncle Rush. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's good though for hip hop because we're getting older, we're evolving, and I think that's what makes my show special.
Yeah,
because
Mondays 10 p.m.
Mondays 10 p.m. Tonight 10 p.m. No, but for real though, that's what makes it special because you see how close me and my kids are. Mm-hmm. That's hip hop. That's hip hop.
Right.
Because when I was young, me and my mom and dad didn't listen to the same music. They was listening to the Otis Redding and all type of shit. And that's good music, great music, but we didn't connect because they really couldn't understand me. I understand my kids because even though I may not listen to the same hip hop they listening to, I'm still listening to hip hop. So we understand each other. That gap is being bridged, and I think that's a really dope thing. So I challenge parents to watch my show and learn something from it, because all of us as parents, our main goal as parents is we want our kids to run to us and not from us. Come tell me, man. And it's hard. And it's hard to get that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get that with your kids, man. So, I've done a decent job at it. It's even, it's still hard. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fact that my kids will come and tell me shit. Like sometimes I got to tell them, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're telling me too much. Nigga. Get on out of here. You know what I'm saying? Your mother's in the room. Nigga.
Have you reconnected with your father? I know you've been vocal about that.
My father's dead now, but we tried to reconnect. We didn't really get to connect the way I wanted to, and us to really be friends again. The way I felt we could have got to that space. We didn't get to do that, but you know, I got a lot of closure
Okay.
in our relationship. You know, I hated him for a lot of years.
Yeah.
You know, for a lot of different reasons, and so you know that me being able to just get with him for the little time that we had gave me a lot of closure.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you grew up Jehovah's Witness. Your mom, she went through it.
I mean,
She
you
was
know,
that, the whole thing.
You know,
right?
Jehovah's Witness is crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's a really, it's a tough religion. It's like Jehovah's Witness kids are like the worst kids. Like we come out insane because we're kept away from everything.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that, like the Christian girl, like the preacher's daughter. You know what I'm saying? She can be the freakiest. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't get to see what's out there in the world, you
Too sheltered.
Yeah, you're too sheltered. You get a taste of it, you go crazy.
Right.
When you kind of know what's going on and you see this is out there and that's, you know, in Amsterdam they got the kids don't even smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? Because
It's there.
it's there.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, yo. And it's not being hidden from them like this is some big secret over here that you don't know about and you should know about. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know, Jehovah's Witness is like that. So the moment I got a breath of fresh air, I did everything.
Hustle.
Everything. Give me drugs. Give me some drugs. I'm gonna do some drugs. You know, listen. I'm gonna do whatever. What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, so,
I'm outside.
Yeah, I'm outside, man. I'm gonna go crazy. So, you know, I try to keep my kids away from that. I try to let them know what's out there, you know, as much as possible. This is what's out there. This is what we're gonna have to face. It's up to you to make the right decisions.
And you was born like on a leap year, man. You're a unique guy, man.
Turning 10 next year.
Yeah, I got the big 1-0, man, coming up next year, man. We're gonna do it big too, man. I'm currently in the midst of negotiating. I'm renting an island and shit, so I'm just
Renting an island.
Really?
yeah, and I'm gonna just take all my friends and you know we just gonna go there. and
Hopefully it's
just-
not Rikers.
Yeah, that's where we might be after we ever on this island. They might have to bring us all to Rikers. Nah, but it's,
Well,
it's
would you
gonna
choose
be,
like 2/28 or March 1st? Like, how would you celebrate your birthday growing up? Or Jehovah's couldn't do it.
Exactly. It was Jehovah's Witness, you don't celebrate at all. I didn't have my first birthday at all until I was like 12. You know what I'm saying? And that's tough when I didn't have my first Christmas, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
So now do you go extra hard with your kids?
now how
Like
hard
that?
it is growing up knowing Santa ain't real. At like 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this nigga ain't
Christmas
real.
time at Hollis,
Yeah,
Queens.
you know what I'm saying? You know how fucked up that is and shit. Like, nigga, the Easter Bunny ain't real, nigga. I'm telling you, nigga. The Tooth Fairy don't give you money. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
No Christmas in Hollis.
Yeah, no Christmas in Hollis. Like, you know, it's
Not in Woodhull.
Yeah,
But your kids will never go through that, man. They'll
You know, it's because I didn't have those things. I do Christmases big for the kids. Like I love Christmas. I'm like the Christmas guy. You know what I'm saying? I am Santa himself. But you know, I didn't keep that from them either. And you know, it's fucked up because I take things for granted because I didn't grow up with them,
Right.
like birthdays. And my wife still gets pissed at me about because I'm like, yo, I don't really give a fuck about birthdays. They're not important to me like that.
You're like, take me
You
to
know what I'm saying?
dinner.
She's like, nah, nigga, birthdays are important, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo,
Where's the ring? Where's my ring?
I didn't learn to celebrate them like you did. You know what I'm saying? It's not important. Christmas, it's just, I just love Christmas, man. It's just a fun holiday. I loved this since I was a kid and couldn't celebrate. I would always be just like, damn, man.
Y'all did put out a Christmas album too, right?
Nah.
The job.
Nah.
It was like, okay. I think you were thinking about doing it once.
I thought about it.
Right.
I thought about it. I was going to do a dope Christmas album, too.
Yeah.
You know, it's been done in the past. I think Dipset did. The Dipset Christmas. I was going to do something fly like that. You know what I'm saying? But being that I made the R&B type regular, motherfuckers was like, oh, Ja about to come with that. He about to go with that Nat
Silent
King
Night.
Cole, nigga.
What the fuck is this Christmas album?
Word. But I was going to make a dope Christmas album.
Right.
It would have been, you know, I may do that one day, man, just for the fuck of it. But I ain't going to be rhyming on it. I just want to put my vision out there and have other people do the songs and shit.
All right, man, we out of here, man. We're gonna enjoy the holidays. We're gonna watch Follow the Rules, man.
Yeah, man,
So how
Follow
long
the
is it-
Rules
When is it
tonight.
in? How long is this till December? How much more episodes?
We shot 12 episodes, but now we running them back to back, double
Back to
episodes,
back.
back to back. So yeah, y'all can catch the an hour of Follow the Rules tonight. What happened?
December 7th, finale.
Finale, December 7th. She got all the
There you go.
answers. She's not sweating.
Focused. Focused.
She got the answers. She's not sweating. Yeah, but yeah, December 7th is the finale. So yeah, we got a little ways to go.
Oh, we gotta get invited to that 10th birthday, man.
Oh man, listen, man, I'm sending out invites, man. Sending out invites, man.
I'll let Irv. Irv will tell
You
you
may
why.
have to be